everyone, today I'll be reviewing this movie. It is on Netflix. It's called Wrath of the God, and this movie it is from Argentina, and this movie it is based on a book, so that is very interesting. And this movie, although this movie says in the description it is a mystery thriller type movie, it is actually revenge thriller mystery movie. And I thought this movie was God, this movie was something. After watching this movie, I felt like I have to take a deep breath, because this movie it is so dark, so tragic. Like, the ending is so tragic. When you watch it, you are like, oh my God, this movie it is really dark. Same time, it is so engaging. It's really very engaging and very well acted from all the actors. Like, this movie does have a small cast, but all of them were really good in their role. And this movie, when it ends, I was like, oh my God. Like, that is the reaction I had after watching this movie. I thought this movie was really good, although it is based on a book, so I don't know how in the book is, but this movie, I thought the direction was really good. And the center actor Castrello, his his backstory, like when we learn about him and Luciana's like a family story, and this movie tried to create a suspense, like you don't know who to believe, but of course, like, is this all this thing is coincidence or it is happening in real life? This movie tried to create this suspense for its audience, and when actual what happened in the present day, in this movie it's revealed, you are like your jaw is on the floor, because it's so good. The last 10 minutes throughout this movie, it is so good. Throughout the movie, it is very engaging movie. Same time, I have to say this movie, it is very tragic. Like, every character in this movie, the way their character ends, all of them are tragic. Especially, particularly this character, Paulina. Oh, I feel so sad for her. Luciana herself, her character is so sad. Even the bad guy, like in this movie, Costello, the novelist, in this movie you see Luciana, she was working for him 10 years ago, and after 10 years in the present day, she comes to this journalist to ask him to investigate all the death in her family is happening, because she believed like all this death in her family was by this novelist. And of course, we find out what happened to his family in this movie, and oh my God, the tragedy happened to his family, which is like, I guess, in one small event led to all this tragedy in this movie. And the way it was done, really, it's very well directed movie. I really liked the whole movie. It was so good. It was really good, honestly, and I really had a good time. Like, I have nothing bad to say about this movie. Like, way it was done, I was really amazed. And the last scene, I was like, of course, you are supposed to be mad at Costello. Like, I might be saying his name wrong, or you know who is this novelist, who is, although he also went through this suffering of his life. We learn about his wife and his daughter Pauline, what happened to them, and of course, Luciana, she didn't do anything wrong in this movie. You know, all the suffering she had in this movie, it is so sad. Everything happened, like, this is end of it is a very sad, dark movie, but still it is very engaging. And the time jump between all the characters, like, there is a time jump, like, you see the whole story take place like a span of 10 years. So, you know, 10 years ago, Luciana, she went to work for him, and after 10 years, I guess, we see what happened in the present day. Little spoiler here, I guess. If you have not seen, spoiler warning. Like, the end of this movie, when we learn, beginning of this movie, who jumped from the roof. My jaw was on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, Luciana, she jumped from the roof to save her little sister Valentina in this movie. And Costello, who promised her that he will not touch her or nothing, he ended up marrying Valentina in this movie. And that is like the most tragic ending ever. Although he's like, his character is so mysterious, you don't know if he's like truly bad guy or he was doing all this thing out of revenge. That is the interesting part about this movie, and I thought this movie was really worth checking, and that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.